multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh. Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
You ain't live, child. I was just resting here, minding my own business. And it was like 6:12. I'm like, oh, Jesus, why? Why does it have to be me today? But you know what? Listen, for as many tours as we've done together, listen, it happens, right? Literally, I was just laying here chilling, just resting, and it happens. So it happens to the best of us. It's all good. I still got a big show for y'all tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you this evening. Wendy Williams has something to say about P. Diddy. I got that for you. We'll talk about that. YouTube have a huge update for you, YouTube content creator. Yes, that's pretty much everybody in the medical sector. Got that for you. Then also 2 big lots. I think big lots can have a second life. How can they? I'll tell you how. Elon Musk is going through some things, and y'all, I am excited about it. Then Shirley Strawberry, her disillusion of marriage happened this morning. I have the intel for you on that. Then Carlos Watson, the CEO of Ozzy, he was on trial for some things that he went through, including identity theft and wire fraud and things of that energy. I have that for you. Then Ardean Miller, a beautiful, beautiful sister doing big things in the world of Hallmark and Lowe's. That's right, you heard me, Lowe's. Higher is Wayne Lowe's available. Either way, we are live on tour. Let me take you out of this iconic intro here. You see the virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear the virtual tour music? Yes, you do. Hang on here. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have you all here. Let's do what we do and go on tour my way. Hello to the one, the only Tyra. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, Pastor Braylon. And then also to Justine Bow says, great evening. I love the educational live chats. I'm often in replay mode. However, I hit the like and learn a little something. I appreciate you for that. With that being said, let's do what we do and go on tour, everybody. I know I'm late by originally 12 minutes, but hey, listen, all good. Now what happens to us is not what happens to us, is how we handle it. Amen. All right, here we go. Just trying to think, we've all been late to something before. Okay, listen. So where is it? Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. Just me for a minute. Okay. Looking for a billboard. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Ciao. All right, here we go, everybody. Here we go. From Billboard.com, Wendy Williams breaks silence on Diddy case. It's about time. The former radio television host has a long, tumultuous history with the fallen business mogul. This comes to us from Billboard.com here. Before endearing herself to American households with her nationally syndicated daytime talk show, The Wendy Williams Show, she was the rap industry's gossip queen on popular New York City area radio stations like Hot 97 and WBLS. Hot 97 was a rap station and still is a rap station, and WBLS is more for R&B. So it's natural for some fans on social media to be curious about what Wendy Williams would have to say about the legal situation Diddy currently finds himself in. Well, everyone can put those curiosities to bed because Williams has broken her silence as she continues to deal with serious health issues. The Daily Mail was able to get in touch with her. So wait a minute, you mean to tell me that her family can't reach out to her, but Wendy can reach out to them, but the Daily Mail was able to get in touch with her? Okay, then. Well, thank you, Daily Mail. Shout out to you, as always. She had some interesting things to say about the man she has had a long history with. What is really weird is that I've been told by so many people, Wendy, you've called it. She told the British outlet, including some people by my own family who have said the same. Williams, who also let fans know that she's doing good, said of the Cassie Sobel, you know how I feel about that. It's about time to see this video on TV of Cassie getting pummeled. It was just horrific acting, but now you have to think how many more times, how many more people, how many more women. It's just so horrible. Williams and Diddy have had their fair share of run-ins, most notably in 1998 when the mogul allegedly got the then radio show host fired from her Hot 97 gig, according to her protege, Charlemagne the God, who is now on the Breakfast Club, who mentioned the rumor during an appearance on the Flagrant podcast. Wendy's whole thing was Diddy was gay. Charlemagne said that's why Wendy got fired from Hot 97. Wendy got fired from Hot 97 because Hot 97 by Diddy, because that's when Bad Boy was smoking hot. She got fired for putting that out there. So here it is here.
I didn't think I would ever see a video like this.
I heard abuse whispers. So
Really?
I was thinking, yeah.
I heard gay. I never heard one. I always heard gay nonstop. And that was enough. People were like, that's because of Wendy Williams. What'd you say? Oh, that was Wendy. Wendy's whole thing was Diddy was gay since the 90s.
She knew, dog.
No, Wendy was
We
throwing
don't
that
bring
out
the
there.
apology.
That's why Wendy got fired from Hot 97. Wendy got fired from Hot 97 by Diddy because that's when Bad Boy was smoking hot.
Wow.
And yeah, she got fired for putting that out there. Like,
do you think that Diddy held on to the gay rumors so that people didn't know what he really was?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because that's the perfect smokescreen. You'd rather people think you're gay than beat women.
By the way, here's the wild thing. We still don't know what Diddy is.
I mean, we
That's
know
the thing.
little.
We know little. We know bits and pieces.
Yeah.
This shit might be deeper than rap. We don't know. Like, this
The
might be a
rabbit hole
whole
can get
rabbit hole.
crazy.
You might be like, oh shit.
But seeing this video.
That's what I was trying to get at this whole time.
Okay.
That is the wildest story that came out of a lot of this shit, and nobody gives a fuck.
Let's talk about it. What's the
Pull it up, Mark. I don't even want to repeat it.
Oh.
Pull it up. This shit sounds so crazy. Type in his name and Diddy.
But this is why I believe all the
Van
Cassie allegations because of this video. Because
What video?
she describes this,
Yeah.
what happened
Word
to
for
the
word.
T.
Oh,
So
yeah,
now
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I believe everything she said.
Yeah, 1000%.
I'm not. Yeah.
This is horrifying.
Also Diddy's bullshit. While you're getting that, Diddy's bullshit ass excuse, like how he couldn't mention Cassie's name in the apology. There's no rule you can't apologize.
Whatever. Oh, I'm not laughing at that.
No, I
I'm
know
laughing
you're
at this
not.
shit. I'm laughing at this shit. That Marcus.
Yeah, also, you called her a liar like 3 days ago.
Yeah,
Like,
get the fuck out.
Said she was looking after for a quick buck. You're a fucking scumbag.
And then-
maybe it's more triggering for me because whatever, but like, that shit. I was
Why
like,
is it
yo,
triggering for you? What
I
happened?
grew up in a house, and I didn't see that ever, but I grew up in a house where there was abuse. So it's like, you watch that, and this is way more extreme than anything I saw. Like, she's trying to sneak out of the fucking room. He's dragging her by the hair.
Yeah.
Not gonna pimp my struggle. I didn't see anything like that. But watching that is like, yo, fuck this guy forever.
Did you ever try to intervene?
Yeah, I did one time.
You got your ass kicked?
No, we didn't do anything. I just stood in his way and I didn't say a word. I didn't even look at him, which I'm kind of like, I just got in his way. And I remember thinking, if this goes down, this goes down.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I remember I was reading Will Smith's book, and he always said he felt bad because he never intervened. So that was like he said he felt like a coward.
Yeah.
You know, he never intervened. Watching his mother go through the abuse from his father. But I think he said his brother did. So it just a lot of that just makes you kind of think about everything that happened, everything that transpired with the slap and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like after why
I'm gonna stand up for myself finally.
You didn't play the clip?
I'm trying to find
it. It was right there. I saw it.
Oh,
go back to the Hip Hop DX one. This is wild, bro.
I didn't see this.
Yeah, this is crazy.
This was wild. Like I'm like, this is how you know too much is going on. First, this shit it's wild but hilarious.
Nothing's hilarious about Charlemagne. I guess the hilariousness of like what the actual fuck, but like no, it's not funny.
The first one was the worst one, and then the other ones I left early.
Okay. Hey, welcome in.
Where's on catching? Yeah.
Just busting the door, you didn't hear?
No, because you know how me, I like to joke and play and stuff. So a nigga don't give a fuck. So I'm just hearing like, like all the niggas. I'm like, oh, somebody wearing this bitch out on the crib. So I go busting the door. I look up, I see Carl's window. I'm like, so like, this is crazy. Wow. That's on You know, when I think of Carl Winslow, I think of the cop on something that yeah, but you have to take picture that big ass thing bent over.
Why is that not being talked about more?
Son.
Like, yo.
I used to hear Carl Winslow's gay rumors too, and then when you rewatch, he's a little risky with the acting.
But watching, yo, what type of madman are you? You're watching Family Matters, and you like, yo,
I need that.
I gotta get that. I gotta fuck Carl Winslow.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You're Diddy. You got access to so many people.
But that's your favorite
You
show.
got
TV
to
Dad.
get
He likes TV Dad.
Carl Winslow,
Show,
bro.
TV Dad. Bring up Carl Winslow so everybody knows.
Watching him in that uniform got you bricked up.
Can I ask you, are you a little proud that it was still a black man he was attracted to? Black and black. That's black love.
No.
What would Dr. Umar say?
And then the wild part about the video, the homie said he was wearing them out.
Wearing them out. On crib.
Wearing them out on crib.
On crib.
So, context on this, y'all. Context on this. There was a comedian who said that Diddy was allegedly having sexual relations, as I'm reading, the sexual relations with Reginald Vell Johnson. As you guys know, he played Carl Winslow on Family Matters. And that's what they were laughing at. By the way, to that brother in the pink hoodie, I am so sorry for you. You know, and you know, I think that in our culture today, you know, it is nice to be able to see platforms like this one be able to break through all the BS of, hey, I didn't see nothing like that, but yeah, I grew up in a house of abuse, that there are real men that are recognizing their childhoods. I think that's a beautiful thing. The more men we have recognizing not just their childhood, not just that it's happening, but the fact that they believe that right is right and wrong is wrong, the more of a society will have of being together. So, oh Lord, back in 2022, Diddy's former bodyguard Gene Deal alluded to his then boss getting Williams fired from Hot 97 in an interview with Art of Dialogue. You know, the conversation earlier about what did I mean about the power Puff had with the stations in New York. Mother Uckers didn't breathe hard if Puff didn't want them to. Puff got one of the highest DJs off of Hot 97 because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down. Deal said, adding Puff told Hot 97 that if they did get rid of her before he got back in New York, that he wasn't going to get any music from any of his friends, any of the record label executives that were cool with him. Everyone was going to boycott their station. We was out in LA for about 3 days before we landed back in New York. Wendy Williams was fired in the station in Philly. Wendy Williams was in the radio station in Philly. It was over her. She was fired. Diddy now appears to face lawsuits from 120 new abuse victims as he continues to appeal for bail. Yeah. That's whew. That's crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy, child. Yeah. And not to mention, too, the youngest in those lawsuits was 9 years old. The next age was 14. And it's a sick, twisted, and broken web that is going to get more crazier, deeper, and just there's no words, man. Like, I know some people are saying, well, why are you tearing out black man? No, Diddy did this to himself. Like, to have this much come out, come on, bro. Like, really. So. Anyway, y'all, more Virtual Tour Live coming at you right from the space right here, right now from the Hollywood Reporter. As Disney plots $60 billion parks investment, Josh D'Amaro wants to get this right. The Disney Experiences chairman is expanding Disney's theme parks with a slew of intellectual property driven attractions and making a multi-billion-dollar bet in gaming. This is the future of our company. On August 10th, my birthday. The company's most ardent fans gathered in Anaheim's Honda Center, waiting with bated breath. The entertainment giant was in the middle of its biennial D23 conference. Saturday night was the flagship event for Disney's Experiences division, where Chairman Josh D'Amaro would lay out the company's long-term plans. What followed was part concert, part panel, and part Apple keynote musical performances from the likes of Megan Trainor, Shabuzi, Rita Ora, and the Plain White Tees. Appearances from Billy Crystal, Kid Hui Kwan, and John Stamos, and even a Steve Jobs Ian epilogue, with D'Amaro wrapping things up with some attendees. Some attendees were seen darting from their seats to the exits before the magic mirror from Snow White appeared behind them, leading to a mic drop moment with the news that Disney was building a land at Walt Disney World dedicated to iconic Disney villains. Now, Villains Land has been rumored for years and years and years. And so, when Dark Universe, came out with theirs from Universal's Epic Universe, I figured as much, that if they did do Disney, Villains Land, that it would be kind of a copycat thing. But then again, nobody does it like Disney, so we'll see. A month later, the highlights from that evening were on full display in front of thousands more people, this time in the form of a sizzle reel. As D'Amaro took the stage at the Inbound Conference in Boston on September 18th, these fans, they travel from all over the world to attend D23 because they are incredibly loyal and they follow every single move that we make. D'Amaro told the crowd marketing executives, they're looking for every bit of news we have to share, and we gave them we gave them an almost overwhelming amount of that news just last month. Sitting in his green room backstage at the Boston Convention Center, D'Amaro said that delivering that cascade of new projects at D23 was a very, very proud moment. It comes from just the massive investment that we have to put into making sure that we represent our biggest fans' wishes, D'Amaro said. For me to be able to stand up on stage and present that in the form that we did, the energy coming back to me in the company by virtue of that was phenomenal. It was also a long time coming. A year ago, the company gathered Wall Street analysts at Walt Disney World in Orlando and shared some significant news. The company was committing $60 billion. You heard me correctly, $60 billion to expand the division, nearly doubling its capital expenditures over 10 years. Disney, however, remained coy on how it planned to deploy that cash, teasing new stories and added capacity at both its theme parks and cruise division. It was at D23 that the strategy burst into the open. Disney would build a flurry of entirely new lands and attractions around the world, including the Villains Land in Florida, as well as a Monsters Inc. themed land, which will be coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios. The long-discussed Avatar land that will come to California Adventure, as well as a near doubling of the Parks Adventure campus. And new rides will roll out in its parks, including attractions based on Coco, Encanto, The Lion King, Cars, Indiana Jones, and Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark. Now, here's the thing, right? When I heard about, Pandora, right? Avatar, I thought to myself, why don't y'all have like a water park, right? I simply don't get it. I don't understand it. That's what I thought they should do, but apparently the brand synergy has to be everywhere. Because there's a World of Pandora at Animal Kingdom, they feel like it should be a World of Pandora at Disney's California Adventure. And Disney's California Adventure is supposed to be about the adventure of California. And sure, there is a nature element because there's like this big bear sculpture statue thingamabob, to use some words from Ariel, there. But just, I don't know. I didn't expect Pandora in California. That's just something I didn't see coming. Disney Parks Division, after all, is where you're taken right out of the real world and put you inside the story tomorrow, totally inbound audience. These experiences are an investment in new ways of telling stories for brand new generations of Disney fans, he adds. So we absolutely have to get this right. So that means how we tell these stories is incredibly important. It's a big, bold bet with tens of billions of dollars on the line. And it comes as Disney is trying to transform itself while simultaneously figuring out who will lead the company into the future. Disney CEO Bob Iger is under contract through 2026, but both he and the company's board are said to be laser focused on finding a successor. Tomorrow is seen as one of the leading internal candidates alongside Disney Entertainment co-chair Dana Walden. The executive, however, insists that he is squarely focused on pulling off his own division's transformation and expansion. The Walt Disney Company knows full well how important its parks and experience business is, not just to its balance sheet, but also to its future. Disney Parks Division, like the rest of the company, is undergoing both a evolution and revolution in response to the transformative changes impacting the larger entertainment industry, and is adapting accordingly. Here's the thing, right? Josh D'Amaro is great at what he does with theme parks, right? Dana Walden is great with entertainment. Whoever's going to be the new CEO of Disney has to care about the whole enchilada, right? And I feel like you need somebody who was around in the 90s for Disney, who recognized the Disney era, the Disney age, the Disney, brand back then. But they also are a fan of the brand, right? Because I think a lot of CEOs now, they are so much for running the brand, they forget the fun of, where they work. And I know that CEOs and, having a relatable personality, it's not easy, but I'll tell you this much. The last CEO, let me see, who was the last CEO, Chad? Because I completely forgot. CEOs of Disney. I think it was Bob Chapek.
Robert Allen Iger. According to the Walt Disney Company, Robert A. Iger. Robert Allen Iger is Chief Executive Officer of the Walt Disney Company, having returned to the company in November of 2022 after serving as CEO and Chairman from 2005 to 2020, and then as Executive Chairman and Chairman of the Board through 2021.
Thank you so much, Google. I think it was Bob Chapek, if I'm not mistaken. Bob Chapek, when he was the CEO, I'm telling you, when Bob Iger came in, Hollywood was rejoicing because Bob Iger understands entertainment. He understands relating to the actors and the actresses and understanding the soul of the artistry of Disney. And Bob Chapek was more about the mechanics of Disney than the creativity of Disney. So when Bob Iger leaves, and he is going to leave this time, right? It's almost like playing Super Smash Bros. And it's like Bob Iger is your main one. It's like, okay, new edition of the game. Bob Iger's not going to be in the pack anymore. Choose. So that's going to be their biggest challenge there. Oh, my Lord. Let's see here. The Walt Disney Company knows full well how important its parks and experience business is, not just to its balance sheet, but also to its future. Disney's experience division, just like the rest of the company, is undergoing both an evolution and a revolution in response to the transformative changes impacting the larger entertainment industry, and is adapting accordingly. The guiding light for the company, however, remains Walt Disney's legendary 1957 diagram with the creative talent of studio theatrical films at the center, and everything else spilling out from that central core, from TV and books to music and Disneyland. The corporate flywheel has experiences then. There's a lot more theme parks plus cruise ships, TV studios, streaming services, sports, etc. But the basic principle is the same. Tomorrow showed the diagram in his inbound presentation, telling the audience that we are still following this model that Walt created today. Stories are at the center of everything that we do. They are the creative engine for our entire company. And so those stories are now at the center of his division's ambitious expansion plan. I think we start with the fact that there's no other company in the world that has such a treacherous trove of stories to tell. We are incredibly fortunate in that regard. Tomorrow tells the high report, adding that the company also listens to what the fans want. Our fans have points of view. They have things that they want to see come to life. Monsters Inc. was a great example of that. You heard the reaction at D23. Our fans wanted that. And increasingly, it seems that Disney creative talent wants it as well. At D23, tomorrow was joined on stage by the likes of Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige, Lucasfilm executive David Filoni, Pixar chief Pete Docter, and Frozen creator, and then Disney animation chief creative officer Jennifer Lee to announce new projects. He also participated in scripted moments, including a spirited routine with Billy Crystal, who voiced Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc. And so how the announcement came about was, I think it was Daryl Chris, another person was singing, the song from Monsters Inc. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you. And then Billy Crystal comes out, and Billy Crystal talks about this time where he's at Disneyland, and Billy Crystal was just looking around at everything, and he saw the merchandising, and Billy Crystal was like, do I have a part of merchandising? Because I told this kid I'm Mike Wazowski. And then Roz, I don't know how they did, but it was amazing. Roz was like, Mike Wazowski, you forgot your paperwork again. And Mike Wazowski came alive at the D23 Expo and said, Roz, gorgeous, I'm here at the D23 Expo. I don't know what that is, but I'm watching you, always watching. And then the announcement of Monstropolis coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios, including the first ever suspended roller coaster at any Disney park. The door factory, where the doors go up, where actually they're going to be making that a actual roller coaster. So let's see here. I do not. Child. Sorry, I don't know, child. Because I'm like, I've never seen that person before. I try to give love, grace, and space to everybody, but I'm just like, no, child. I can't do it. I just don't. There we go. All right, here we go. So that's how that announcement came to be. These people are my friends. Jennifer Lee is my friend. Kevin Feige is my friend. We know one another, and we're spending a lot of time together. Tomorrow says, framing the internal conversations about where to put their resources is a bit of an art and a science. The art, of course, comes from the creators who built characters and worlds that resonate with consumers. During his inbound presentation, Tomorrow showed a video of himself and Lee exploring Frozen Land at Hong Kong Disneyland, and the science from where and the science comes from understanding what each distinct audience wants. Consider Zootopia. The 2016 animated film formed the basis for a new land that opened late last year at Shanghai Disneyland. The company knew that it wanted to expand that park, and internally, Tomorrow recalls debates about what franchise would make sense for a new land. Zootopia was at the time the highest grossing animated feature ever released in China, garnering more than $220 million at the box office there. While it was successful in the US, in China it was a blockbuster. And then there's Zootopia Central Stations. They actually are bringing Zootopia to life there. That's Josh Tomorrow there. This is a franchise property with characters that resonate in this marketplace. It's a film that we knew we were going to continue to invest in. And it's also a world that the Imagineers knew with all their hearts they could bring to life. Tomorrow says this story works with these fans. They're coming in droves. They're coming and saying they specifically came to visit Zootopia. Those internal deliberations, the give and take between the creative side and the business side, are behind every major investment. Our creative communities, including Imaginarian, is always alive and bubbling with ideas and concepts and brainstorming. In fact, Imaginarian, I don't think has ever been more alive and more excited about the future than they are right now, DeMauro says. What that basically means is that there are ideas that are being thrown on the table all the time, and we're debating which of these ideas will resonate most with our guests. Which of these can we translate into something that's going to bring that story to life in a new form or take it in a new direction? What are our fans asking for? And we deliberate that, whether it's Ken Lee or whether it's with Jen Lee or Kevin Feige or Lucas Chief Kathy Kennedy, we debate those things vigorously in a healthy way. And then internally, we, even at WDI, that's Walt Disney Imagineering, to make sure that we're landing on the best possible option to tell the stories that we want to tell, he adds. And that can sometimes cause anxiety among Disney fans. After D23, some Disney park regulars grumbled that a pair of new Cars rides coming to the Magic Kingdom would replace Rivers of America at Times Square Island, and expressed concern that Monsters Inc. Land might displace a popular Muppets themed attraction. So there's this thing called Animation Courtyard that doesn't really get a lot of play, but then there's Muppet Vision 3D, and that has been a established ride since Disney's Hollywood Studios, and it's the last ride that Jim Henson ever had a hand in, so they don't want that to go away. So the fact that the fears of the fans is in this article, that's God let me know that Disney is seeing it all. And then here is the suspended coaster here that will be at Walt Disney World. So yes, as you can see there, that is the the scream canisters there, or the laugh canisters there. You'll be sitting in that and flying through the Laugh Factory with Mike and Sully. I can't wait to see this. I am sure that it's going to be CGI, because it looks like that's CGI to me. I don't think they actually will have real doors, but then again, we don't know, because here's an actual door here, right? But it's a path Disney has gone down before. When Disney shut down California Adventure's Twilight Zone Tower Terror ride, reopened it in 2017 with a Guardians of the Galaxy theme, for example. Ridership increased significantly despite the risk associated with making big changes to a beloved attraction. Or, as Morgan Stanley's Ben Swinburne wrote August 13th, these experimental investments can only generate compelling returns if they leverage popular and relevant intellectual property. As Disney investors prepare to underwrite a rise in capital spending outlet, confidence in the returns available is anchored in Disney's ability to continue to build new brands and franchises while injecting new life into existing intellectual property. Disney Imagineers also have a track record creating their own IP. Rides like Pirates of the Caribbean and Jungle Cruise have since been turned into feature films. And on stage at the Inbound Conference tomorrow, brought out two BDX droids, remote-controlled robots that debuted at Star Wars Galaxy Edgeland at Disneyland earlier this year. They were never in a Star Wars film or TV series, but they feel like a part of the larger universe. Absolutely there. Let me see here. Get back to y'all here. Thanks to their advanced animatronics and human controls, the droids are able to emote and engage with visitors. These guys are technological marvels, but it is more than that. It's what Imagineers do with that tech that takes it over the top. Tomorrow said it wouldn't actually surprise me if you were to see these guys in a Star Wars movie someday. He added, it's worth knowing that there's a Mandalorian movie coming out in 2026, and that'll be a full circle moment. The executive has a few full circle moments, and they inform how the company approaches its projects. On stage, DeMauro shares an anecdote about his own first Disney experience. He grew up in Medfield, just a few miles outside Boston, and his parents were in the Boston Convention Center crowd to watch him speak. Oh, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. He recalled a trip to Disneyland with his family as a kid. His father took him on Peter Pan's Flight, one of the park's original attractions. I remember saying to my pop before we arrived at Disney, Josh, it's really going to feel like you're flying when you're on this attraction. You're not going to believe it. He recalled. You know what? He was right. Some 30 years later, DeMauro took his own kids on a newer attraction at Disneyland Soarin', which sees riders lifted into the air as they fly above the many wonders of the world. Now, Soarin' came about through the 50th anniversary of Disney parks. They had Lights More Action Extreme Stunt Show, Celebration. It was a huge event. It was called the happiest celebration on earth. I think at my parents' place, they still have the Vacation DVD because I watched it for entertainment that much, and I think it's also on YouTube. If I'm not mistaken. Before I took my family, I said it's gonna feel like you're really flying. You're not gonna believe it. He said. From Peter Pan to Soarin', that didn't happen overnight. Those two attractions were about half a century apart, but their connection to one another, their connection to another one of Disney's core storytelling principles, and that is innovation. Using innovation to create that emotional connection is at the core of DeMauro's effort to expand Disney's experiences business, and speaks to the evolution and the revolution facing Disney as a whole, bringing new fans in. That creates that generational effect that I was talking about on stage. DeMauro says, we want to make sure that any story that we decide to bring to life, and there were a lot of them then that we announced at D23, has some kind of enduring effect, something that we know can stand the test of time and our guests will continue to want to participate with. It creates those emotional memories that I just talked about. Oops, sorry, y'all. There we go. On the evolutionary front, that means building new rides, attractions, and lands so that future generations can have the same experience in Disney's theme parks that DeMauro and his family. A good example is Mickey's Toontown in Disneyland, which uses classic intellectual property to appeal to families with younger children, but also means trying to bring the Disney experience to new places. One piece of that puzzle is Disney's cruise line, with DeMauro announcing 4 new ships at D23. The new ships will essentially double the size of Disney's fleet by the end of this decade, and many of those ships will sail from countries without a Disney theme park, providing a closer opportunity for families to experience what this division has to offer. We're almost done, you guys. To put some numbers to cruise business potential, Swinburne wrote that the cruise division could have $10 billion in revenue and $3 billion in EBITDA by 2031. For context, the cruise business exiting this decade could be larger than the EBITDA than ESPN 2024. Well, let's find out what this means. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's find out what this means. I do not know. There we go. What does that mean? Okay, earnings before. Okay, so here it is here. Wait for it. Because I did not know what that meant. Earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. There we go. So before all that, they could be receiving $10 billion in revenue and $3 billion before all of that by 2031. And for context, the cruise business exiting this decade could be larger in all that than ESPN 2024 wrote. The revolutionary piece is a bigger gamble. As with Disney's entertainment division and ESPN, DeMauro believes that digital is a growth business for the part of the company he oversees. While entertainment and sports are laser focused on the streaming experience, DeMauro has his sights set on interactive gaming. This is the future for our company. It's going to be an incredible space for us, DeMauro says. When Bob Iger returned as Disney CEO in late 2022, he met with DeMauro and Disney Games chief Sean Shoptaw. The first thing they showed me were demographic trends, Iger told CNBC earlier this year. And when I saw Gen Z and Gen Alpha, even millennials, I saw the amount of time they were spending in terms of their total media screen time on video games. It was stunning to me. equal to what they spend on TV and movies. The conclusion I reached was we have to be there. We have to be there soon as we possibly can in a very compelling way, he added. The result was a massive deal with Fortnite studio Epic Games, with Disney investing $1.5 billion in the company and partnering to create an interactive universe based on Disney's characters and properties. Now, I told y'all before, right? I told y'all before that with, Disney, there was this thing called Virtual Magic Kingdom. And I remember that clear as day. That also came about through the Happiest Celebration on Earth. And so I thought, hey, man, is Disney investing in Epic Games to bring Virtual Magic Kingdom back? That's what I'm thinking, probably. So, but then again, we don't know until we see a child. DeMuro describes what the company has planned as a place where you can play games, and a place where you can be social, and a place where users can generate their own content. We envision essentially a universe that we're going to build where all our stories can come to life. They can come to life in different forms, like games that can come to life in ways that you can just interact with and play with the franchise in a way that's meaningful to you. A place where you can actually build, he adds. And we think we're going to be doing this, and to think that this is going to be a place rather where fans can come and interact 365 days a year. The big bet is that consumers who engage with this new universe will be able to create their own Disney experiences, manifesting an entirely new way to interact with the brand and its characters. Just as streaming changed the way that Disney fans watch their favorite stories, the company is betting that the new Epic Games universe can change the way that they experience those stories. On stage tomorrow, framed the Epic Games bet as being true to the vision of Walt Disney himself, noting that the founder was an adventurer and a risk taker. We should never rest on past success. We should always look for the next big idea, the next big challenge. If we always relied on what worked in the past, Walt Disney Company might not exist today, he said. As consumer preferences continue to shift, we have to adapt or we're going to be left behind. So as we zoom in here, we got Disney Plus, we got Disney Animation. That's the Disney Animation Mill. They got 20th Century Fox. They have Pixar. They have ESPN. They have Marvel. They have Lucasfilm. Of course, that is CP3. And then as we zoom in here, you got World of Disney. That is Stark Industries. That is Star Wars. That is Cars. That is Nightmare Before Christmas. That is Wreck-It Ralph. And then over here is Monsters University. Now, I don't know what this is here, but I'm assuming it's in the Disney space here. That's Cinderella Castle. And then that is Disney Cruise Line. And if you look here, that is Stitch. That is Stitch right there. And then, of course, that's Jungle Cruise. And I'm thinking that's Pandora. It has to be the floating world there. Star Wars and the Death Star right there. And then over here, I don't know what that could be. But yeah, that's a little bit of the universe at large. As you can see here, it forms a Mickey. Shocking, right? That digital pivot also comes as Disney Parks division after seeing double-digit growth over the past few years post-pandemic, has seen its revenue moderate in recent months. It was still up 2% in the company's fiscal quarter 3, but Disney CFO, Chief Financial Officer Hugh Johnston, warned that demand moderation will be present over the next few quarters. While softness is across the sector at Universal Parks, revenue fell by 10% in the quarter. It nonetheless adds a sense of urgency to the current moment. Ultimately, Moffett Nanderson analyst Robert Fishman argued in a August 13th note that the plan is likely to be temporary, particularly with what the company has lined up post D23, while investor focus understandably remains on the near-term trends at parks. We think these announcements, combined with the recent conscious success highlight the depth and breadth of Disney's premium intellectual property that plays a crucial role in its content flywheel to power long-term earnings growth, Fishman wrote. The hardest part might be just meeting the expectations of the Disney's legions of fans, the people gathering by the thousands in Anaheim to cheer on the announcement of a Greatest Showman musical or new Disneyland parade, let alone a new theme park attraction or interactive world. This is going to challenge us. We have to approach our stories in brand new ways, which means that we'll be applying all these principles to ensure this dynamic new universe exceeds our fans' wildest expectations tomorrow set on stage. Those expectations are the most obvious inside Disneyland, Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris, Shanghai, Disneyland, and all the other places where the company's creativity merges with the real world. When DeMar was named president of Disneyland in 2018, he joined his predecessor, Michael Coglazer, in Walt Disney's old apartment in the park, a continued tradition among its leaders. In the apartment, they cooked chili and grilled cheese sandwiches, two of Walt's favorites. We actually made it on Walt's own high plate, just like he used to when he was in the park, DeMar recalled, adding that they stood on Walt's patio and watched guests walk by. At that moment, I must admit that I felt the weight and responsibility that I was taking on, because Disney fans, they take their fandom very, very seriously. If Disney Studios are its creative engines powering the stories that move the company forward, Disney's experiences are its emotional core. Taking those characters and lands and bringing them to life to form lasting bonds with its fans is Walt Disney's flywheel, as articulated some 66 years ago, where every part of the company delivers a different piece of the puzzle, now with $60 billion backing it. Disney is at its best when the whole company converges into one. DeMar says this is the Disney difference. It's why I think the company is so special. So, a very long article, but I think a very good article, nonetheless. And to be honest with y'all, I truly do feel that at the beginning, middle, end of the day, that, Disney really can be something great. But in order for it to be great, they have to take a swing. They got to recognize their 90s history and go for it. So I know we just spent almost a full hour on that. But with that being said, in case you want to know what they're trying to aim for at Disney, here's a peek. Roll it.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
And that's what they're trying to aim for, that 100-year history into modern day time, and times with audiences that are more digital than on nostalgia. So there you go. All right, y'all. More Virtual Tour Live coming at you right from the space right here and right now. Actually, hang on 1 second. I want to see something, because here's the thing, y'all. I am so particular about our channel over here that, listen, child, sometimes you just really don't know. You just really do not know. So let me see something there. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know, child. I get a little bit weird, leery sometimes. You know what I mean? Because listen, with YouTube today, oh Lord Jesus. So just if that was a subscriber, much love. Just it was the randomness for me, but no harm, no foul. It's all good in the neighborhood. All right. So with that being said, y'all, our next story here is going to be YouTube. Yes, indeed. Here is an update here. YouTube tests a new way for creators to avoid takedowns. YouTube is testing a new feature that will let creators edit their videos to remove age restrictions and restore videos that have been impacted due to certain community guidelines violations. Until now, if a video received an age restriction label or was removed for breaking YouTube community guidelines, creators had to go through an appeal process and wait for the result. Creators can only appeal once, and there was no recourse but to accept the result. The company is now giving creators another chance to have the age restrictions removed or reinstate its video with this test. On a support page, YouTube said eligible creators will see a new option to edit their content in YouTube Studio. Once the creator edits the video, the YouTube team review these changes and remove any age restrictions or community guideline violation strikes. The company said creators can also choose to appeal the decision rather than edit the video as before. YouTube said creators with access to these advanced features will now be able to use the edit feature. The feature is useful for creators who might have overlooked something while editing a video and can make an edit without having to change the narration or style. It's also useful for folks who might not have known if YouTube had made a change to their policy, but folks who feel that YouTube strikes are breaking their creative freedom might still choose to appeal to the video streaming services decisions. Over the years, creators have expressed annoyance with YouTube community guideline striking system. Last year, the company introduced a new program that lets creators take training to wipe out their strikes as long as they don't break the rules again within 90 days of their training. With YouTube rolling out more artificial intelligence tools to aid video making, it will need to form policies around how AI is used in these videos. Earlier this year, the platform started tying the noose around videos that realistically simulate passed away children or victims of crimes. Creators might also use third-party AI tools to make and edit videos. AI can make mistakes while editing and overlook content that can potentially break YouTube's rules. The company's new test might give an out for creators whose videos might fall under this bracket. The story has an update with YouTube's input about creator eligibility. So here it is here on September 19th. We're testing a new feature that will allow creators to edit some of their content if it's been age restricted or removed due to certain community guideline violations. If the problematic portions of the video are addressed, the age restriction will be removed or the video will be put back on YouTube. Eligible creators will see the option to revise their content in Studio. From there, they can make changes to address any policy issues using a video editor. Once complete, YouTube's policy team will review the updated version and modify the policy decision accordingly. As usual, the creator can choose to appeal instead. And then right here, let's see, access to tool. Oh, I'm sorry, let me go back. So I do think that this is a really good thing because a lot of times when it comes to the creativity on YouTube, I mean, when you're doing a documentary, when you're doing a documentary or you're doing video gameplay or you're doing this, that, and the third, you know, YouTube is the home of broadcasting yourself. However, they can tie you up in terms of how free you can be with that. So right here, as you can see here, content ID appeal, verification via channel history or identity. So if you have no verification, you have the standard here, right? If you have verification via phone number, you get that. But with this, you get a little bit more of everything here. So, yep. So just to give y'all a little context there. All right. Okay. So with that being said, I got you. So our next story is Big Lots, actually. Let's see. Now I thought I had Big Lots. Hang on, y'all. And by the way, yes, I did change my photo. Captain Vince was asking, what are you going to do? And I'm just like, I don't know. But that is me holding a Emmy award, an actual Emmy. That's on my Instagram as well. I got told the president's Emmy of the National Association for Television Arts and Sciences. So they came to Kent State. I got to actually hold an Emmy. So, hopefully I'll hold my own Emmy one day for this particular platform here, but all in due time. So let me see here. Big Lots, Big Lots. Here we go here. So Big Lots is closing more stores in Ohio amid bankruptcy, bringing total to 11. So Discount Retail Big Lots files for bankruptcy. The Discount Retail Big Lots has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection as it blames high inflation and interest rates. The Columbus-based discount chain announced in June that it will close 35 to 40 stores this year while it battles elevated inflation and decreased consumer spending. And so, of course, Aurora's 7155 Marketplace Drive, Aurora, Ohio 44202, Cincinnati 8576 Beachmont Avenue, Cincinnati, Ohio 45255, Newark 311 Dio Drive, Newark, Ohio 43055, and then joining those three join 8 other stores that Big Lots announced in August will close: Cincinnati, Ohio 11372. Pickerton Pike, Cincinnati, Ohio 45246, Cincinnati, Ohio 9690 Corling Avenue, Cincinnati, Ohio 45251, Dayton 359 Miamisburg, Centerville Road, Dayton, Ohio 45459, Defiance 1520 North Clinton Street, Defiance, Ohio 43512, St. Mary's 1170 Indiana Avenue, St. Mary's, Ohio 45885, Sandusky, Ohio 410 East Perkins Avenue, Sandusky, Ohio 44870, Toledo, Ohio 4925, Jackman Road, Toledo, Ohio 43613, Westchester 779, Tylersville Road, Westchester, Ohio 45069. Now, the company has 102 Ohio locations and currently operates more than 1,350 stores in the U.S., down from 1,425 in earlier 2023. Big Lots stores that are closing are offering a sell up to 20% off of store items, according to the company's website. So they filed for bankruptcy protection on September 9th. The Dispatch reported previously the company blamed inflation, high interest rates for taking a toll on its customers. Los Angeles-based investment company Nexus Capital Management had agreed to buy most of its assets. But now, Big Lots stores will continue to operate alongside or along with its e-commerce site, Big Lots. But that additional stores will be closed. It's also said it is continuing to evaluate its distribution centers, and so, of course, the Columbus distribution center is to close, 379 workers to lose jobs. Now, I was thinking about this, right? And those of you who don't know, there are like 2 places that I think could come back. Because of the simple fact, and you guys may remember, you guys know Best Buy, but there was another electronic company, and no, it wasn't Company USA. Although me and my dad were there all the time, it was Circuit City. Yes, indeed. And so this was Circuit City. There, it looked like an electrical plug, right? And so they also went through a bankruptcy, right? And so right here in 2007, a new 20,000 square foot store format known as the City, and designed to eliminate previously underutilized space. The small format gave the company greater flexibility to enter new markets and backfill existing ones. So then they went through bankruptcy. On November 4th, 2008, Circuit City announced that it would close 155 stores and lay off 17% of its workforce by the end of the year as a result of continuing difficulties in remaining profitable. So yeah, it was a store closure all across the country. And then they got purchased by so System Max had purchased the Circuit City brand name, trademarks, and e-commerce website for $14 million, which was actually a really good deal. System Max relaunched the Circuit City website on May 22nd, 2009 as an online retailer of consumer electronics. System Max had earlier acquired both Company USA and Tiger Direct separately. On November 12th, it was announced System Max would drop the Comp USA and Circuit City storefront brands by consolidating the business under the Tiger Direct brand and website. And then right here, on August 22nd, 2018, the Circuit City Corporation officially relaunched the brand name as an online retailer and announced plans to begin operating a store-for-a-store chain. I also plan to open up some new Circuit City stores in the future, but never materialized. On December 13th, 2023, Circuit City announced its intention to raise $25 million. Schroen aims to establish strategic alliances and alternative to brick-and-mortar stores with undisclosed national enterprises, potentially JCP, to launch a Powered by Circuit City initiative. Now, here's my thing, right? If Circuit City is trying to come back, wouldn't it be easy to go to these, big lot stores, see how big they are? Of course, you got to reformat, and then go from there. So Circuit City here. You know what? Jesus Christ. Even as I'm covering Circuit City, I can't escape it. Also, P. Diddy hosted an album release party at Circuit City's New York flagship memorial. Oh my Lord Jesus. It's been nearly 2 decades since Circuit City rivaled Sears in size, and 15 years since the chain filed for bankruptcy and closed all its physical stores. But after operating as an online retailer for a spell, Circuit City is ready to come back, or at least hoping to raise the money to do so. This week, or that week, when this article came out, the Delaware Incorporated holding company for Circuit City filed paperwork with the Securities Exchange Commission, indicating that it intends to raise $25 million. Circuit City, which since 2016 has been owned by self-described retail veteran Ronnie Schroen. Also, Circuit City CEO did not respond to a request for comment, but the fundraising is presumably the Series A that Circuit City announced in a press release in November. So what does Circuit City plan to do with the cash if it is successful securing it? Not open brick and mortar stores. Unfortunately, instead, Schmoll plans to form strategic alliances with unnamed national companies, including possibly JCP, to launch a Powered by Circuit City, a co-branded program that empowers customers to explore and purchase a range of electronics curated by Circuit City. The idea basically is that Circuit City, the brand, will offer physical and e-commerce retailers access to private label products and online retail platform, what's left of it, and customer service organization. I still think that there is a space for Circuit City. And then right here, but hey, retail comebacks are unheard of. Perhaps Circuit City will go the way of another beloved brand from this report's childhood Toys R Us. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million toys that I can play with, from bikes to trains to video games. It's the greatest toy store there is. And I don't want to grow up, because baby, if I did, I wouldn't be a Toys R Us kid. and reemerge as a force to be reckoned with, or maybe it won't raise the modest capitalist seeking and continue its slow descent into cultural irrelevance. So, it won't be long before we find out Circuit City planning to knock its co-branding program online and in select locations this year, with plans for a more expansive rollout in 2024. So no word as of yet, but I was thinking maybe Circuit City could buy those locations, right? Just saying. And then I thought, because y'all saw in the article, right? I just sung the jingle. No, I don't want the commercial. So right here, as y'all can see, so mall-based flagship stores, of course, the flagship in malls include Mall of America in Minnesota and the American Dream Mall. The Mall of America store will include a cafe, ice cream parlor, and interactive experiences. If you guys remember, there was the Toys R Us in Times Square with an actual Ferris wheel. Now the vehicles or the seats have been transferred to a children's hospital, right? So it says here, Toys R Us plans on opening 24 stores in 2024, plus airport stores as well, as you can see here. Toys R Us is opening stores on cruise ships and will sell cruise merchandise. I did not know that. And also Navy Exchange stores. So maybe they could buy those stores as well. And of course, I think for any brand trying to make a comeback, I think it could be very feasible that they could buy some Big Lot locations. But it's only going to be one of them, though, to be able to do that. So that's my prediction there. All right. All right. Hey, my thoughts. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Yes. So, not to mention, too, as a black person, that was the only place you could ride a bike through a store and not get your behind whooped. Try to ride a bike through your black parents' house. Try it. Please try it. Try riding a scooter through your parents' house. Try bouncing a basketball or kicking a dodgeball in your parents' house. Try throwing Nickelodeon slime around your parents' house. I promise you. Your funeral will be done the same day. Okay. Now, y'all, that's a metaphor, okay? Just saying, basically, you will get a whooping, okay? To not dramatize it. You know what I mean? But seriously, that was the only place where a kid really could be a kid. But yeah, I think that Toys R Us definitely could make a comeback using Big Lot stores. So for those of you who don't know, Big Lots went through a bankruptcy, and guess what? Now there are stores that are shutting down, but guess what? That is real estate for, Toys R Us. It's real estate for Circuit City. And yeah, so. And like I said, from what I remember of Best Buy and Circuit City, they were always competitors, but I think Circuit City was more known for personality, and then Best Buy was known for, being the leader of technology. And like I said, let me just say this too. Shout out to Best Buy to still be here too. You know what I mean? Because with Amazon being Amazon, people still love the fact of being able to go in and play on a laptop. They still love being able to go in and try out a Nintendo Switch. I remember back in the day, and this is going to age me, but I could care less. You could take your memory card, right? And you could put your memory card inside the demo display, and you can download the demo and play the demo at home. Like, seriously, like, I'm not joking you. Like, that's what it was. So yeah. Now, I believe that For Your Entertainment, which is still around, could definitely be also another one to expand their reach, but they need a whole rebranding. They really, really do. Let's see here. I'm looking at stores that have closed down here. See if there's any more. And also, too, the Disney store. I remember the Disney store. There was one at Park Plaza Mall in Little Rock, Arkansas. I think it was like on the second level. But there's not as many there's not as many Best Buy stores either, which is crazy to think about. But maybe it's because you can go to DisneyStore.com, and you can go to Amazon.com, and you can go to Funko.com and get, Funko Disney toys and stuff like that. So, but I'm trying to see if there's anything else even in this show now. Also, Payless Shoes. Payless Shoes is trying to make a comeback too, so Payless Shoes can buy those stores up as well. Blockbuster, I don't know. Now, listen, I think if Blockbuster came out like a FYE for your entertainment, and Blockbuster became this place for fan merchandise, for T-shirts and hoodies and baseball caps, and you promote content creators, movies and stuff like that, and make it kind of like a faniverse, store. I think Blockbuster evolving into that. I think they could absolutely do that and buy those stores. And Blockbuster still has social capital. Like the one and only Blockbuster left, it was a whole series on Netflix about it. So Blockbuster still has that weight. They just have to figure out how to utilize it. I am looking to see if there's anything else here. I'm looking. And these are retail companies that established in 2018 that I'm looking at. Just trying to see if there's any other places that I believe that could buy those Big Lot stores and do what needs to be done. They just closed the last Kmart, I think, in New York. So, of course, Kmart is out. But shout out to that Kmart for lasting on as long as it did. Now, here's the thing. They do have Google stores, right? They do have some Google stores. Let's see here. Oh, Tiger Direct shut down in 2023. Oh my. Okay, I did not know that. And then, of course, the latest company that shut down was Redbox. But yeah, those are some companies. So Toys R Us, Circuit City. I'm trying to think what else. What else did I say? KB Toys potentially. And then Blockbuster coming back as like a faniverse store. So those are just some of my predictions there. Yes, we already know how that story goes for sure. We'll take a little break, and when we come back, we have Elon Musk, Shirley Strawberry, Carlos Watson, and Ardean Miller. All that and more coming up right here, right from this space on Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Yeah, we hustle all day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get
triple meal deal. 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Sweet boy, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. I come from nothing. Our son is your son. Welcome to the celebration. We all we got.
Don't you leave here today for happiness. I want you to leave here to show that. Welcome to the scene, it's 3 with the team, we ain't keeping it clean. Sipping hot, pinky out, you know what I mean? Sassy P, dropping bombs, get ready to scream. Little Paulette, she in between, like the middle sister or the referee. Last but not least, we got Braylon Lee, he in the mix, taking us on a virtual spree. Love, laugh, talk, it's a whole new reality. Get ready for the vibes, cause this party's a masterpiece. That's right, it's 3 with the team. 3 with the team. And if you wanna be no, 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 no. And if you wanna be no, no, no. And if you wanna be like a middle sister. And if you wanna be no. Hey, it's party time. Welcome to the scene. It's 3 with the T, and we ain't keeping it clean. Sipping hot, pinky out. You know what I mean? Sassy T dropping bombs, get ready to scream. Little Paulette, she in between, like the middle sister or the referee. Last but not least, we got Braylon Lee. He in the mix, taking us on a virtual spree. Love, laugh, talk, it's a whole new reality. Get ready for the vibes, cause this party's a masterpiece. That's right, it's 3 with the T. Welcome to the scene.
I'm loving it.
All right, back. Welcome back into Brayley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here. We kicked off the show with Wendy Williams, and the Daily Mail got in touch with Wendy Williams, even though her family can't contact her. But Wendy can contact her family. That's a little odd to me, but hey, listen. And Wendy said that was about time that Diddy got taken down. Then we talked about Disney, spent about a whole hour because Disney is investing $60 billion into their theme parks. By the way, we had a 5th park conversation here on this channel. Just go to my live tab, go to our live tab, and go and you'll find the Disney one. So as you see on the thumbnail, it has the Disney 100 logo. It has that, or just go to the search bar and type in Disney, and you'll be able to see the 5th part conversation. We also talk about the D23, announcements as well. We talk about YouTube and how, guess what? You, as a content creator, can now have a chance to get some of your content back if it has age restrictions. Back in the day, if it was age restricted because of something that you did, there was no recourse. But now YouTube is making amendments to help content creators be able to stay on the platform because, child, YouTube needs us. Very, very needs weak arms, heavy like spaghetti right now. Then we talked about Big Lots and how they went through Chapter 11 bankruptcy. I was talking about how Toys R Us, how Circuit City, how Blockbuster, or any retailer that, went away can make a comeback by buying those Big Lot locations and giving them new life. So, yes, indeed. So now we're going to go to Elon Musk. And I am so excited about Elon Musk because guess what? He deserves to go through some stuff. Yes, he does. So here it goes here. Elon Musk, Twitter is worth nearly 80% less than when he bought it, Fidelity estimates. That's right. The social media platform known as Twitter is worth almost 80% less Then 2 years ago, when Elon Musk bought, according to estimates from investment giant Fidelity, Twitter no longer trades publicly after Musk shelled out $44 billion. $44 billion. And by the way, during that time, there was a bot issue. He wanted to know how many bots there were. Because of the bot issue, he was going to renege. But the problem is that because he was backing out of that, he had to pay a breakup fee, which was a very heavy fee. But yeah, Elon Musk shelled out $44 billion to take it private in October 2022. However, Fidelity discloses what it believes is the value of shares of Twitter, and those estimates serve as a closely watched barometer for the overall health of the company. As of the end of August, those shares were worth just $4.2 million, according to a Sunday filing by Fidelity's Blue Chip Growth Fund. That new estimate marks a 24% drop in value from what Fidelity estimated as of the end of July, and it represents a staggering decline of 79% from the $19.66 million that Fidelity estimated the shares were worth in October 2022 when Elon Musk acquired Twitter. The new valuation for Fidelity implies that it believes Twitter is now just worth $9.4 billion, a far cry from the $44 billion that Musk paid. So $44 billion to $9.4 billion. Okay, so let me see something here. $44 billion minus $9.4 billion. $44 billion subtract $9.4 billion.
The answer is $34,600,000,000.
So there's a gap of $34,600,000,000. Yeah, other investors could value Twitter differently. Analysts say Fidelity's plunging price tag for Twitter likely reflects shrinking ad revenue at the company, which no longer publicly releases quarterly financial metrics. Fidelity declined to comment on individual companies. Twitter did not respond for comment. Ad pressure on Twitter. Musk clearly overpaid for this asset. Dan Ives, managing editor and senior equity analyst at Wedbush Securities, told CNN in an email. Ives said he believes Twitter was really worth around $30 billion when Musk bought it, and today is worth closer to $15 billion. He said that while engagement on Twitter is strong, ad pressure has persisted under Musk's ownership. Some advertisers have expressed concerns about extreme content on the platform they don't want their brands linked to. A recent global survey by Cantor found that a net 26% of marketers plan to decrease their spending on Twitter next year, the steepest pullback from any major global ad platform. Just 4% said they think Twitter ads provide brand safety, certainty that their ads won't appear near extreme content, compared with 39% at Google. In November, Musk faced backlash from brands, of which some halted spending on Twitter after the billionaire embraced an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory favored by white ethicists. Musk later apologized for what he called his dumbest ever social media posting. However, during that apology, Musk told fleeting advertisers, "Go fuck yourself." Oh, you didn't know that? You didn't know that? Hang on a second. Let me get that up for y'all. Hang on. So, just to bring it back around, even though you're a billionaire, you should know that in order to have business, you have to conduct the business of being hospitable to your clients. And I don't think this helped. Some more times. And then you wonder why there is ad pressure. But Twitter continues to be a major player in social media under Musk ownership. The company said it had 570 million monthly active users during the second quarter, up from 6% from the year before. However, research firm SimilarWeb has found some drops in engagement. Twitter had 73.5 million monthly active users on iOS and Android combined in the United States in August, according to SimilarWeb data shared with CNN. That represents a drop of nearly 11% year over year, a 20% decline from October 2022. SimilarWeb also found U.S. web traffic to Twitter.com. It's now called X.com, but I'm still going to call it Twitter for what it is, because Twitter has more social capital than X ever will, or really X never will, before Musk bought. However, SimilarWeb said Twitter's traffic numbers have been somewhat stronger outside the U.S. Gene Munster, managing partner of Deepwater Asset Management, said he doesn't believe the value of Twitter has dropped nearly as much as Fidelity estimates imply. Fidelity was overly aggressive. They essentially cleaning house on the investment, Munster told CNN. Munster said that in the long run, he thinks Twitter and the data the company has access to will be worth more than $44 billion Musk paid for Twitter. If you want a real-time understand what people are thinking, Twitter is the best source of that, and that is valuable, Munster said. It's especially valuable because Twitter data has helped train Grok, the artificial intelligence chatbot developed by XAI, Musk's increasingly valuable artificial intelligence startup. Twitter has emerged as a unique angle for Grok, which Munster said has potential to be Musk's biggest source of wealth. When Musk bought Twitter, investors didn't realize we'd be taking off on artificial intelligence as fast as we are. Musk said Musk buying Twitter is a case of better lucky than smart. Well, I mean, he also did push people to the brink of exhaustion by working around the clock, and then also too got rid of the diversity team that handled racism and everything in between. But then again, what do I know? So let me bring up this. We are hitting close to the wire, y'all. I've been here for a little bit. I started late because usually I'll start right at 6 and we'll have a little bit more time. But, 12 minutes is 12 minutes in TV. But I'm still going to give y'all a full show. So don't worry. I will be live for 3 with the T, okay? You don't have to worry about that. I will be there. It is a jam-packed show. So this next story, as y'all know, Shirley Strawberry, right? Shirley Strawberry. I'm going to show off the YouTube channel here. Real bougie, real talk bougie. She read the final judgment and decree for Shirley Strawberry and Ernest L. Williams Jr. or Nesta. Okay, so this happened 8 hours ago. And I'm going to give you the intel here. So this decree of the divorce was filed September 25th of 2024. Shirley Strawberry was in person and Nesta was appearing virtually on Zoom. January 9th, 2015, they got married. April 17th, 2024, they filed for divorce. June 4th, 2024, Nesta got served. March of 2022, they got separated. Shirley and Nesta was separated. No minor children. Petitioner not pregnant at this current time, and the petitioner has the sole use of the residence. I think you guys remember that Sonia and Nesta had a home next to Shirley and Nesta's home. no joint assets or debts. Respondent Nesto did not respond to Shirley's request for divorce. September 25th was a meeting or a hearing rather about the divorce. Nesto did not object to the divorce, told divorce granted based on the case presented, set aside and dissolved for the marriage. Separate and distinct individuals, both of them are now. Shirley doesn't owe Nesto anything. Nesto is broke, and Nesto could be owing Shirley some money. Each party is responsible for their own things: medical, residential, taxes, everything in between, and also separate tax returns from here forth. So this is just to showcase Real Talk Bushi's channel. Shout out to her. Like, comment, share, subscribe to this great channel here. Okay, I'll showcase her page. This is her page here. I am subscribed. She is a really, really excellent content creator. So, whew, a lot going on, y'all. A lot going on. So, let me get back to y'all. Hang on. Hey, all it's Ian Chan. Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully, all is well. Now, this next story, Carlos Watson. Okay, he was the CEO of Aussie Media, and so I'm gonna give y'all some context before I tell y'all what's going on, because there was a trial, and we did break down the lawsuit with Aussie Media, BuzzFeed, and Sim4, and there is a verdict to that. So here we go. So that was Aussie Media. Okay, that was Aussie Media. And now here is me right here, the Carlos Watson, Aussie Media lawsuit, Ben Smith, BuzzFeed breakdown. So basically, Ben Smith worked at BuzzFeed News. BuzzFeed needed a cultural outlet to expand BuzzFeed's brand. Carlos Watson was going to be the head of BuzzFeed, but some things broke down, and there was an agreement of not utilizing Ozzy's trade secrets for anything else but for the deal. Then Ben Smith still has shares at BuzzFeed, went to the New York Times while still having shares at BuzzFeed, which is a conflict of interest, and then took the notes of Ozzy allegedly and made his own company named Sim4. So this is just to show that I covered it here. We covered it 9 months ago, December 21st, 2023. And then, of course, right here, this is Carlos Watson. Here we go. So to give context, y'all, Samir Rao, who was the chief operating officer of Aussie Media, hopped on a call with Goldman Sachs, which, you know, Goldman Sachs is one of the biggest firms for capital, and Carlos Watson used to work there as a analyst, and so he impersonated a YouTube executive to highlight the YouTube numbers of Ozzy Media. And allegedly there was an impersonation of an Oprah Winfrey Network executive as well, because there was a show called Black Women Own the Conversation that Carlos Watson and Ozzy Media collaborated on. Okay, let's roll on. By the way, A&E is owned 50-50 with the Disney company and Hearst Communications. What do you mean? What do you mean? Can y'all not hear them? Hang on, let me stop sharing. But basically, I'll recap it for you. But basically, talking about digital traffic, right? Inflating numbers. And whenever you are a media company, you have to be transparent about your numbers. So what happened was there was some identity theft and fraud, wire fraud, of inflating numbers to make the company look bigger than what it was. And then, of course, there were some companies, black media companies like Roland Martin, Black Star Network, that did not get the advertising dollars from Madison Avenue or other places. And that Carlos Watson said, this is our Lazarus moment. It's not going to be easy, but we will get through it. So that is to surmise that video there. Let's see if we can share this video here. Okay, hang on. I don't know what's going on. All right, here we go.
You have what it takes to become the next Ava DuVernay, the next Bill Gates, maybe the next Oprah Winfrey. Well, here at Ozzy, guess what? We want to help you launch your own dream journey. We call it the Ozzy Genius Awards. Now we're launching a new season of this terrific scholarship in hopes of providing 10 new college students all across the country with up to $10,000 each to help bring their big ideas to life. I'm still learning. Some of the greatest inventions and brightest geniuses, they broke through because they had an angel behind them. We want to be that angel for the geniuses of tomorrow. Now, Amanda Gorman, who rocketed to national acclaim after performing her wonderful poems, both at the inauguration and later at the Super Bowl, she was a recipient of the Ozzy Genius Awards just 5 short years ago.
So this program allowed college students to be able to receive $10,000 to be able to further their genius in whatever they wanted to do. Now, there was some intel, and we talked about that in the Carlos Watson BuzzFeed Ben Smith lawsuit breakdown, that there was some students that when Ozzy shut down, the awards were not given out, and was weeks upon weeks until they could get anything, right? So it leads us to this. Carlos Watson, Ozzy media founder Carlos Watson, rather convicted in New York fraud trial. So yeah, federal prosecutors said Watson and his California-based news and entertainment company falsified information about Ozzy's finances, on Inside's fabricated contracts rather, and probably contacts too, because Samir Rao impersonated a YouTube executive. Shocking. And inflated earnings projections to court investors. Prosecutors said Watson could face about 24 to 29 years in prison under recommended federal sentencing guidelines, including a mandatory 2 years for identity theft. And his sentencing is set for November 18th. The verdict followed a 6-week trial that featured testimony by two former Watson deputies who pleaded guilty to fraud. The jurors, they told jurors they conspired with Watson to hide Ozzy's crippling debt, meager cash reserves, and slow growth. Ozzy folded shortly after the New York Times report on former Chief Operating Officer Samir Rao impersonation of the YouTube executive. Watson denied any involvement in the incident, though prosecutors said contemporaneous chat logs showed he coached Rao on what to say. Yeah. And YouTube executive Alex Piper and Google CEO Sundar Pichai testified for the government, saying that they never had any deals with Ozzy or considering buying it at price, contrary to Watson's claims to investors. So there was a thing called YouTube Red, that was YouTube Originals, and they said that it was going to be a YouTube Original, which means YouTube would fund it. Just like, let's just say if YouTube Red Studios came out and they funded Brainley's virtual tour. One can hope. But that would be approved by YouTube, right? I can't just put up YouTube Red and, claim it as a original. Now, y'all know when I do the doobie, and the peacock, dum, dum, dum. Y'all know that is manifestation. I am not putting in my description box, this is a peacock original. This is a Tubi original. Okay. Prosecutors said Watson also assured investors that Ozzy was thriving even as cash reserves sank to $19,000 in 2018 as it struggled to pay rent, wages, and other basic expenses. Watson testified for several days to his own defense. He said prosecutors' view of Ozzy's finances was simplistic and failed to appreciate the nuances of media industry deal making. He also blamed negative press coverage for Ozzy's demise. During cross-examination, Watson was at times evasive about the inconsistent revenue figures Ozzy provided to investors. He also declined the prosecutor's request to break down Ozzy's annual revenue in cash rather than future potential earnings. That's not the way I've thought about it before. That's not the way our investors thought about it either. Yeah. So to show y'all that this is real, and this video only came out like literally, as y'all are about to see, 2 months ago, 786 views. Here we go.
Just a short time ago, a federal jury in Brooklyn, New York, convicted Carlos Watson of all 3 counts in the indictment, which charged him with conspiracy to commit securities fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and aggravated identity theft. The jury also convicted Ozzy Media, Watson's company, of conspiracy to commit securities fraud and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The jury found that Watson was a con man who lied to investors to get them to buy stock in Ozzy Media and to shower him with money to grow the company. Watson acted as a wizard of Ozzy. He was the public face of Ozzy Media with control over every aspect of the company as it grew from an internet website to an entertainment platform with grand ambitions. And while pulling the levers behind the scenes, Watson also had a direct hand in every crime committed by Ozzy Media and its executives as it morphed into a criminal enterprise as they became desperate for cash infusions to fuel Ozzy's growth. Between approximately 2018 and 2021, Watson and his co-conspirators orchestrated a scheme to defraud investors in Ozzy and the company's lenders of tens of millions of dollars through lies and internal and material omissions about key aspects of Ozzy's business, including Ozzy's financial results, debts, and audience size. Watson invented phony financial figures and caused others to forge fake contracts. And he told lie upon lie upon lie until the company collapsed under the weight of his big con. His crime of aggravated identity theft was perhaps the boldest. On February 2nd, 2021, a top Ozzy executive was on a call with bankers from Goldman Sachs and at Watson's direction impersonated a YouTube executive using a voice alteration app on his cell phone. During the call, Watson was in the room, texting the executive instructions about what to say and not say on the call. This was all to trick Goldman into believing that Ozzy had a lucrative business partnership with YouTube, which never really existed, so that Goldman would invest in Ozzy. That was just one of many acts of deception Watson engaged in as he led unsuspecting investors who trusted him down a yellow brick road paved with lies and deception. Is there a moral to this tale of greed? I say there is. There must be integrity in the financial markets, and especially in the venture capital market. Investors cannot be fleeced by fast-talking fraudsters without serious consequences for the wrongdoers. And when that happens, as in this case, the Department of Justice will step in and right those wrongs. I want to thank the prosecutors from my office, Assistant United States Attorneys Jonathan Siegel, Jillian Kasner, and Dylan Stern for their excellent work throughout the investigation, prosecution, and trial. Their professionalism and perseverance are commendable. They were superbly assisted by FBI Special Agent Gurdeep Singh and paralegal specialist Jacob Menz. I'm very proud of the team. Finally, I would like to thank the jurors who listened to the evidence, kept their eyes on the ball, and delivered a verdict consistent with the truth. And today's verdict is a victory for justice.
There it is from the Department of Justice in New York there on Carlos Watson. All right, everybody. So, like I said, if you don't hear about it in mainstream, This did happen. The links are in my description box there, so I wasn't able to play the Today Show video for you guys. All right, y'all, here it is. Here, our last destination here, as we are getting closer and closer to that show, 3 with the T. This comes to us from blackbusiness.com. Meet the founder of the first Black-owned gift wrapping brand to be sold in Hallmark stores and Lowe's. That's right. Ardean Miller, the trailblazing entrepreneur behind My Melanin, is breaking barriers as the first Black-owned gift wrapping brand to partner with Hallmark and Lowe's across the nation with a commitment to cultural representation. She founded My Melanin to fill a void in the market for products to celebrate the beauty and diversity of Black culture. When I found My Melanin, I wanted to create more than just beautiful gift wrap. I wanted to spark a movement, a place where our stories are told, our beauty is celebrated, our community is uplifted. She says, partnering with these iconic retailers is a testament to the growing demand for products that resonate with our experiences and heritage, breaking barriers and empowering communities. This partnership with Hallmark and Lowe's represents a significant step toward greater diversity and inclusion in the retail space, reflecting a broader cultural shift. This groundbreaking achievement highlights the increasing recognition of the importance of culturally authentic products that inspire and empower. Under her leadership, My Melanin has grown from a small startup to a nationally recognized brand. The company has gained endorsements from such industry icons like Terry Riley, Master P, and Denise Portier, and has been spotlighted by major organizations, including a feature by the NBA and a finalist in QVC's The Big Five. These recognitions affirm the brand's commitment to quality, creativity, and resilience, inspiring the next generation of Black entrepreneurs. She is dedicated not only to her brand success, but also fostering the growth of other Black entrepreneurs by offering mentorship, sharing resources, and creating opportunities for collaboration. Through her efforts, she aims to build a legacy that inspires future generations to break barriers and achieve greatness. She adds, My Melanin's journey reflects a commitment to celebrating Black culture and amplifying Black and brown voices through its products, making a profound impact in the marketplace and beyond. My Melanin, about My Melanin, founded by Ardean Miller, is a Black-owned brand that empowers people of color through thoughtfully designed gift wraps, apparel, and accessories focused on representation and authenticity. The brand aims to inspire, uplift communities one product at a time. Explore their products at mymelanin.com. Be sure to follow the brand on Facebook and Instagram. So we will go to those websites here. Boom! Look at this. Oh, my Lord. Hang on, y'all. I think the website is still loading. As you can see here, pretty as I am, multifunctional diaper backpack. I don't know why it's not showing up for me here. But let's go through the website here very quickly as we get ready for 3 with the T. You can tell there, the detail there. I don't know why it's not loading up. Hang on one second, y'all. This is what we'll do. Show y'all this here. So this is the gift wrap here, August 21st here. My Melanin at the Essence Festival of Culture here. There's the wrapping there. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my Lord Jesus. Like I said, you really don't know how much you need to be seen until it happens. You know what I mean? Like, who would have ever thought about Black gift wrapping paper, right? Like, that is absolutely crazy. And by the way, it is at select Sam's Clubs across the country. It's on their website there. This is amazing. And this happened one day ago, that they'll be launched in select Sam's Clubs across the country there. Just incredible, man. And this is why, you know, you could have somebody better than Kevin Hart, but I'll give you some grace here because, listen. But no, this is absolutely incredible. Then, of course, as you see here, you got backpacks, cups. I wish the website was okay. Now it wants to work. Okay, here we go. Holiday hoodies and tees there. So you got unisex Ken Black Santa shirt, small to XL. Then you got 3X to 5XL. Black Santa got swag. Unisex Santa Cruz tee, as you can see there. Mrs. Claus looking beautiful. Black Santa and the son and daughter there. Team Mrs. That's the shirt I'll be wearing. Why does that look like the Zinga Amani? Yes. So $18.99, $17.99. These are really beautiful. And then Culture Kid shirt there. Holiday Magic tee. This is incredible. This is why I love doing this show. Like, really, I truly mean that. Then you got gifting here. Beautiful occasions, African American gift wrap. Let's celebrate. Gift wrapping paper, Mom Melanin. Large 4-pack gift paper there. Holiday Magic Standard. Ultimate Melanated Celebration wrap set. 4-pack standard roll. And then Ken Black Santa gift wrapping. Holiday Magic Melanin Mrs. Claus and Black Elves Santa sack. And it's on sale right now for the holidays. So I am sure that Black Friday will be lit. That's awesome there. And then they got travel. Wish we wasn't so up against the clock here. Hang on, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. We're gonna showcase this website. Hey, Black women are in the building. Glad to have you here. Okay, now it wants to work. Okay, here it is. The Melanin All-Star Boys Multifunctional Diaper Pack here. Heroes Unite, Pretty As I Am. So you have that there. You have backpacks, travel bags, totes, weekender bags there. Hang on, y'all. I'm going to show off this website. Don't you worry. Because y'all know we promote Black business all the time here. Okay, maybe it might show up a little bit quicker on my phone. Okay, now it wants to work. Okay, so here are the backpacks here. Future leader, future president, Afro Pups, I love it. Girl boss, future president there. Listen, I'll get one of these backpacks just to support. You know what I mean? It's important to be seen, y'all. It really, really is. Power, Pride, Yellow Fist Cultural Backpack. I love it. One size. Regal backpack featuring Essence there. That's awesome. Got the Weekender bags there. So you got travel bags, tote bags here. Don't worry, y'all. We are going to get to 3 with the T. Just trying to promote Black business. If you don't mind. And then fleece blankets here. Really do hate that we are to the wire. What I may do, guys, and I normally, y'all know I normally don't go live on Thursdays, but what I may do on Thursday, because I really want to make sure that this website gets the love, grace, and space that we give every business, I may just come back just to, showcase the full website, because I am sure, and of course, technologying. I say that very graciously, but okay, now it wants to work. It's like on delay or something. But here is the velvet blankets, but this is not all of their products, but I will drop the link if you guys want to support this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Black owned business here. And y'all, that is our show. Thank you all so, so much. Like I said, I will come back tomorrow and do a whole promotion of this, because I definitely want this brand to get the love, grace, and space that it does. So I will see you guys for 3 with the T. I'll give you guys a quick 3 commercials. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love. I send it right back to you in less than 11 minutes. We'll be live with 3 with the T. One love, much love, all love. I'll see you over there, guys. Bye.
This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good. Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
I am here and so happy. I'm in. I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.